Matt here. Today's job is going to be fitting this board that I cut down last time into the bottom of the workbench. So yeah, it should be quick and easy. I'll just lay it in there and mark it up, and yeah, away we go. It should be the right length and width. I'm just going to notch out the posts down the bottom. So yeah, here we go. Well, that was satisfying. There we have it. First go. Love it. Nice easy one today. So until tomorrow. Cheers guys. Out. Very happy with the way this dropped in. Keeping in mind that everything's made out of pallet wood, nothing's straight, nothing's flat. You can make it pretty flat and pretty straight, but pretty is not exact. So for that to drop in like that, that's pretty good. Very happy. So now I need to attach it. So the whole thing's bowed out a little bit in the middle. So it's correct at the ends and bowed out at the middle, but I can fix that with clamps and such. So what I will do is clamp down the corners, make it all right in the far corners, then tip it up on its side and attach the bottom from underneath. So let's give that a crack. There we go, I've got it up on its side. Flushed up the corners as best that I can. Still not perfect, but it's pretty close. Welcome back to another episode of Matt Has No Idea What He's Doing. I didn't attach these guys. I just kind of thought I could fix them in place when I turned it upside down and was touching the floor. But because these guys are bowed out up that way, I've got to pull these guys up as far as they can go, so I've temporarily attached a block there, and I'm using that clamp to pull this guy up. Then, because it's also not attached, I'm using this clamp here to make sure that the floor is flush with this beam. Then, because I didn't put any holes in the first place, I'm using this clamp here to attach the pocket hole jig so I can put a screw in there. Dear. Sorry, and the best part about this whole schmozzle is that after I've done that and I've got that crossbeam attached, I still haven't got the floor attached in any way. You live and you learn. Hopefully you learn. All that rigmarole is just probably for the sake of a millimetre, maybe 2. It's more at this point about whether I can fix it. No, it really does not matter. If I was trying to make a beautiful workbench out of oak, yeah, you'd want it to be perfect, but yeah, it's more about the challenge of trying to get it better and to learn some skills as I go. So yeah, I wouldn't be doing this if I wasn't trying to learn. I just want to make it clear what I'm actually trying to do here. So these beams here, they curve up like that on both sides, the top and the bottom, or the left and the right when it's standing up. And these beams in here are floating. So if I slide that up, you can see the play there. So what I'm doing here is just trying to hold that up as far as it can go, so that when I lock it in, I can then pull it back down and bring the table floor with it, and bring the 2 rails, that one and that one, closer together when I finish off the bottom side. So yeah, again, something very simple made hard, but that's what you get with experience, right? So next time, if I do this, I would spend a bit more time locking all that in before I rushed and put the floor on. I could still do that, but let's see if we can fix it this way. Here you can see the gap I'm trying to fix. So it's just a couple mil, but it's on both sides, and it's created by these beams being bowed out, which I think I've probably mentioned about 100 times now. So what I'm doing is, I don't have a clamp that spans the distance between this guy and this guy, so I've put this little block of wood underneath with screws that don't go all the way through. Take a nice big clamp, put that on there, and I can pretty much make that gap go away. So now I just pocket hole screw it from the back, as you can see up in here. It'd be really easy to just screw it down from the top, but this way I don't end up with screw holes in the board itself. So yeah, that's why I'm doing it that way. Again, it's overkill for this job, but learning how to do things, learning the cost of I guess cutting corners. If I had have got the beams and put them all in properly and got the width between here and here all sorted out when I first put them in, then I wouldn't have to go through any of this. And to be honest, I could just do that now, but I know how to do that. I'm just seeing if I can do it this way. So I've got it up on its other side, and you can see the bow's more pronounced here. This has already been pulled down by 3 clamps, so it's I think that's about as close as we're going to get. It's about 2 mil. You can see at the end that's flush, or maybe even high, and at this end it's about flush, maybe a mil down. So whereas in the middle there you've got maybe 3 mil. Yeah, so we'll clamp it up as much as we can and screw it down, and that'll be your job done. Just here you can see I've used a chunkier board and 3 clamps because it's quite a lot of pressure. It should settle over time, I think. The bow should come out, but yeah, I'm going to screw it down really well. Let's just put it that way. We'll see what happens. See, there's still a bit of a gap there. That's the worst of it there. Probably 2 mil. It's all screwed in down the bottom, so there's little pocket hole screws holding it down. Nice and flush to the bottom. Everything's nice and flat. So yeah, I'm going to turn it back on its wheels and call this part of the job done. Alright, I think that was all worth it. Obviously you've got the base here now, it's all nice and flush, everything's square, and there's no visible fasteners, which is kind of what we were after. And if you have a listen to that, you can hear that nice solid thunk. There's no vibration, everything's nice and tight. Very happy about that. So cheerio for now.